Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Yancy and we're in my kitchen. Welcome back, welcome back. I am so excited to be on here with you guys today. It has been a minute. I'm trying to get my phone together so I can see the comments. I hope some of you guys are joining me tonight. I cannot wait. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I got my Christmas hat on. I'm here for y'all. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're about to have some fun. So tonight we are making some seafood pepper soup. It has been very cold outside. Oh my god, let me check the temperature right now. The temperature right now is 30 degrees and it is 7:29 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on the East Coast. So yeah, it's pretty cold. I don't know where you're at, but let me know. The low though is saying so today the high was 37 and then the low was 25. But currently it's 30 degrees. So we're about to make some seafood pepper soup because we need something to keep us warm and feeling really good inside. You guys are gonna see how simple and easy it is to make this recipe. This video is probably gonna go pretty quick because of how easy the entire recipe is. I'll be using seafood. You can use any meats of your choice. But if you want to use seafood, join your girl. All right, y'all, let's get into these ingredients. And please do not forget to tell me where you're watching from if you're watching with us tonight. All right, y'all, let's get started. All right, I have my phone here. Let me prop it up. And then I'm able to see y'all comments. If you guys are commenting. And if you guys is part of the replay gang, definitely let me know in the chat where you're watching from. Thanks for being on here with me tonight. All right, y'all, so for the seafood pepper soup, this is what I'll be using today. I'm using some crabs that I already cleaned. As you see some of the like the yellow stuff in there. I don't mind it. I like it. And then this is like female blue crabs. So I like some of the stuff that's in there. Like it might have some eggs and stuff. So I like it, y'all. So I have some fish. This is croaker that I will be using. So I'm using a croaker fish. The reason why I'm using croaker fish, I really like using it when I'm cooking stuff like this because it doesn't break up as easily in the soup, like versus, you know, some other really soft fishes. They break up really easily. So, all right, so those are the, oh, so I'm using those crabs and I'm using that fish. And then I will be using some shrimp. So these are some wild caught shrimp that had the heads on them. So I already cleaned it. The fish and the crabs is already cleaned. So it's ready to go. And then I will be using some onions. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Say hi back if you're joining us tonight. Say hi back. We're cooking some Liberian pepper soup, seafood pepper soup. For the weather. All right, y'all. So we'll have some garlic. You already seen I got some onions. I'm gonna have some okra. The okra is like on for the side, so that's what we'll be eating that with. The okra is totally optional. Hugo, hey Hugo. Hey, it's okay. That's yummy. Thank you. Hey Hugo. Hey Don. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for saying hi, everybody. If you're on here, say hi back. Tell me where you're watching from. Let's get into it tonight. We're about to have some fun. Yes. Yeah, it's good to have good snacks like that. Crabs, yes. Y'all about to see how delicious those crabs about to be. But yeah, so that's what we'll be including in the soup. We got some onions, we got some garlic, we got some ginger, and then of course for the pepper, we're gonna have some habaneros. This soup is supposed to be like really spicy, so it's really good for people that may have like sinus issues, or if you're like sick and you have the flu or cold, whatever it is you're dealing with. You're supposed to like at least put a couple of these in there, and I tell you something, you will be breathing better, okay? All right, so we are gonna be, as far as like salt and season wise, like we're gonna be using like the Nor cubes. I might put some Maggi cubes in there. So these are the spices that I'll be using. Y'all already know I love my Italian seasoning and everything that I do. And then of course I got some garlic powder, some onion powder, some parsley. I got some black pepper. And then this is like an Indian spice. It's called seven spice. So there's like 7 different spices that's within one. And then of course y'all know now, y'all already know what this one is. My favorite Cameroon pepper. If you are new to this channel, let me tell y'all, okay, we cook with Cameroon pepper. It is really spicy. It's spicy, but it's not as spicy as habaneros. And whereas habaneros, like the habaneros provide like the super spice. And if you're cooking, where the Cimarron pepper is not, it doesn't only just provide the spiciness to the pepper, but it smells and it tastes really good. Like the fragrant is very fragrant. Is that a word? Fragrantly. And then we got some pepper soup seasoning. Now, these ones right here, those are all optional. Like whatever you season your food with, that is totally up to you, y'all. Okay, but I'm just showing y'all what I'll be using today. You don't need all of this stuff. You really could just use if these, which you probably already have in your house. And then I am going to be putting a little bit of tomato. This is like tomato paste, homemade, you know, from tomatoes from my garden. I think you guys seen on my channel where I like roasted the tomatoes with garlic and onions and ginger and all that good stuff and blended it. So I'll be putting a little bit of that in there. So let's get started. Oh, before we go, I wanted to show you guys these other spices that I'll be using. These are like some African spices that I got from Africa. I don't know the English name for any of them, so I'm sorry. But if y'all know what this is, I think this one is like the pebe. It's called pebe. So if y'all are familiar with this, let the people know in the chat what the name is. And then these right here, I'm not sure what the name is, but it smells really good. Like really good. And then I have these. These are almost like a peppercorn, but they're not peppercorn. They're black pepper, but I'm not sure what it's called, like I was telling y'all. So sorry, y'all. I'm not sure what the English names to that they are. So, and then this right here. So these are some, you know, African seasonings. I know a lot of international people use it. So if y'all know any of them, let me know. Hey, Virginia. Hey. Okay, my DMV people are in here. Hey, VA. Hey. Welcome. I'm in Maryland if you're new here. So I am feeling all my DMV people. Welcome to the chat. So let's get started. We're going to season our fish and the crabs, and then we're going to get it started on the fire. But while that's happening, we're going to turn the stove on here, and we're going to like, okay, that's a little too high. We're like going to patch it and just, you know, let it patch a little bit, and then we're going to blend it. So let's get started with this. I'm about to prop my phone up. So, hey, Stewie, welcome back. Welcome back. Don't forget to like the stream, y'all. Thanks for being here with me. After we put the soup on the fire, we're definitely going to get into some wine because, you know, it is Saturday and I am... Okay, my water is ready. Let me turn that off. It is Saturday and we are about to get some type of turn up going on in here. All right, let me turn that off. The water is hot. So I was heating up that water because I am going to use it in the soup. Also, y'all, what are you guys doing for the holidays? Let me bring my phone here so I can see what y'all saying. Let me bring my, y'all know I gotta bring my other phone. So, because I'm using my phone to go live, to be able to see what you guys are saying. Let's see what's going on in the chat. And you guys have been on here with me. Ferret, what is the fish with the blue crab? Oh, the fish is you wasn't here earlier. The fish is what is it? Croaker. So this is croaker, and it is a wild caught fish. So it's not farm raised. And I was saying that I like it because when you're cooking stuff like this, of course, you know, fish break up so easily, but it doesn't break up as easily like other fishes. It's still gonna break up, but it's not gonna break up as easily. I'm using my seasonings to season the meats and stuff. So I got my, what's this? Garlic. This has to be garlic because it's so smooth. Y'all, what kind of garlic powder do y'all like? Do y'all like the garlic powder that's like super smooth? Like this one is so smooth. Like they grinded it to the bone. I usually like the garlic powder that's not too, you know, powdery. I like it like the way like this grain, like this is the onion powder. I like this grain. You see how you like shaking it and shaking like that so easily. The garlic powder, because it's so concentrated, it's so like it's literally powder. I mean, it still does the same thing, but I feel like I like this one better, especially when it comes to like seasoning meats and stuff. I just feel like it attaches better. And then Y'all, let me tell y'all, I love seasoning my seafood. I'm gonna open this up because I need a lot of it. With parsley. It's something about parsley, man. It just does what needs to be happening. Let's see. I'm seeing some people coming here. Welcome to the chat, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don said thumbs up. Oh, thanks, Don. Yes, get it going. Let them know. Is it like gumbo? No, it's not like gumbo. Actually, I've never had gumbo, but I do know that gumbo, they use a lot of seafood. So maybe it's not like gumbo because we don't put as many things as like you guys might put in gumbo. I think they put like rice and stuff in gumbo, and we don't do that in pepper soup. But we do eat pepper soup with rice, so it will be like separate and on the side. So I guess it's kind of similar. Can you boil the plants you showed in water to make a tea? Which plants did I show? Second Corinthians. Which one are you talking about? On is this from YouTube Shorts? All right, so I'm gonna add some black pepper. Are you talking about YouTube Shorts now? If you're talking about YouTube Shorts, I really gotta think about what you're talking about. And then I'm gonna add some of the 7 spice in there. Gonna add some of the 7 spice. So y'all, this soup, right? It's called pepper soup, and is pretty much what the name says. Yes, you could use whatever kind of meats you want, but the whole idea of it is it being spicy. So this is the Cameroon pepper, and it is spicy. I'm not gonna put too much in here only because the kids are going to be in this. So I'm just gonna put a little bit because I wanted to get like Cameroonian flavor. And then I bought this from like the African market or the international market, and it says pepper soup seasoning, and it's probably like a combination of all the spices that I'm putting in here anyway. So, but it's all good. All right. So we're gonna season this. I don't think I'm gonna use like all of the I don't think I'm gonna use like all of the fish though. There's a lot of fish in here. Y'all see this pot is not that big for all this fish and crabs. Also, fish and crabs, they cook so fast. So this is not the reason why I was boiling this water that you see here is because fish and crab they cook so fast it doesn't need to boil for a long time. So that's why I just have some pre-boiled water so that this doesn't have to stay on the fire for too long. And since this is seafood pepper soup, now I know I said I wasn't gonna use all this. I think I am, y'all. I think I'm gonna use all this. But I'm gonna I'll add the shrimp like last. All right, so now that it smells good in here, y'all. The spice that I got on the fire over here, I got it roasting. Ooh, I think it's ready. Yep. So what I'm doing is I'm just like patching it on the stove so that when I go and blend it, it makes it easier. And it's more than ready. I think I let it patch for way too long. Kind of burn a little bit, but it's all good though. It's all good. All right, let's see what you guys talking about in here real quick before we move on to the next, because I'm trying to make this quick because your girl's hungry. How long does it take to cook? It looks amazing. This shouldn't take more than 30 minutes because I'm using seafood, but if you're using other meats, it may take longer because it's long. It takes longer for the meats to boil. Those spices, can you make a tea or oh, you're talking about the spices that I just showed. I don't know. They are herbs. They're all herbs. I wouldn't see why not. I've never done it. I haven't seen it done, but I don't see why not. The thing about, spices and herbs and stuff, they all have like healing properties. And a lot of the stuff that we use, or a lot of the teas that we drink, they include a lot of those, type of spices. So I wouldn't be surprised. if you can. But all right, y'all. So I'm gonna season. Oh, hey Donzel. I saw Donzel saying hi here. Hey Donzel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here with us tonight. Thank you for being on. Did you guys watch my latest videos? I posted a video today. I think it was at 5 o'clock Eastern time, where I just talked about like my failures in the garden, because I had a ton of failure, but I named 13 of them. Even though my gardening this year did pretty well, but there was a lot of things that failed, or a lot of things that just wasn't the way that I wanted it to be. And I talked about them in that video. And then I have a part 2 coming up, where I will tell you guys my plans for next year on how I plan to combat some of those things so that it's not a total failure. And one of the main things was definitely like, my peppers for this year. I started my peppers. I wouldn't say I started it late, but I guess I did, for the area that I'm in. But, the peppers, a lot of it didn't start growing until towards the end of summer. And then like in fall, they started heavily producing, but it was becoming too late because it was cold, and peppers don't like the cold. They like the heat. So what I'm trying to do is start my peppers super early next year, so that it could be more advanced, I guess, when it's time to plant it. And hopefully that's going to help with it actually producing sooner rather than later. All right, y'all, I just seasoned the shrimp so it can sit here like that. You already seen all the seasons that I use. What is the scent of these spices similar to? Man, that is such a great question. Gosh, I don't know. I can't even explain it. It's just, it's really hard to like try to, 2 Corinthians, it's really hard to tell you what I think they are similar to, those spices. It's really hard to that's something that I really have to think about. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to think about what else smell like this. It's so unique, honestly. It's such a unique scent. It's not like strong and overpowering. It is strong, but it's not like, how like Indian spices, because I cook with like a lot of different spices. Some Indian spices, they can be like very strong. These spices, they're not as strong scented like that, but they provide a ton of flavor. And honestly, I'm trying to think about if you could really put those in teas. I don't think I would, only because I feel like some of the black ones that I showed you, they're really similar to like the black peppercorn. And I feel like it would give that type of spice, and it might make your tea spicy. Is that parsley? Yes, it is. It's parsley. Are you going to fry them? No, I'm not going to fry them. I'm actually making some pepper soup. And it's a soup that's made with a ton of different veggies, and you can use seafood. You could mix it with like different meats. And today I'm choosing to just use seafood because I love seafood, and also the seafood way is faster to make, and it's not gonna take forever to cook. So this is what I'm about to put in a blender. That's gonna go on top of our meats, and then we're gonna, while it cook, we'll get the other stuff started, because I'm definitely gonna make some fufu, y'all. Y'all know I'm a fufu girl. I'm wondering if I should make the fufu with y'all on live today. But yep, I have some onions that's going in there. Just chopping it up. I have the habanero. And then I have a ton of like garlic and ginger and stuff. So that's what I'm adding. How you guys been doing? I haven't been on here probably in like a week, right? A week and a half, almost 2 weeks. The last week and a half has been so busy. And then, it's the holidays, y'all. Are you guys prepared for the holidays? How's it going? I feel like this holiday was such a different holiday versus the others. It doesn't feel the same. I'm gonna add like a little bit of water. Add a little bit of water to that and blend it. And then we're gonna add it to our pepper soup. Alrighty, that's all. That's the only things that we're gonna add. So let's go ahead and add it to our fish and our crabs. Is this a Caribbean recipe or something you putting together? No, it's not. It's actually African. It's African pepper soup. It's African pepper soup, and I'm using seafood. You could use any meat you want, but this particular one I'm using seafood only. So I'm gonna turn the stove on, and it's on like medium to high. So while that is boiling, I'm actually gonna put the okra on top because I want the okra to get done in the pepper soup. So I'm gonna put the okra on top. It's not Caribbean, but you know, Africans and Caribbeans, we pretty much eat the same thing. We pretty much eat the same thing. We pretty much eat the same thing. Thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate you. Thanks for being on here with me tonight. All right, so while that is going, we are about to blend the spices. And you see, I'm not putting like too much water in here yet because I want it to boil first, because we already have the water that's in here. It's already boiled and ready. So let's go ahead and close the pot up and let that baby boil. Let me get the blender for the spices so that we can blend the spices. But this is about to be very quick. It's a quick and simple, easy soup that you can make, especially if you're cold, if you're sick. This is something that we eat a lot, like if we're sick back home. Also, it's not just for if you're sick, but it's definitely something that's good for you, because you see all the spices that we're using, all the different herbs that we're using. They're, they have a lot of, good health benefits. This is like one of the healthiest meals that tastes extremely good because of the spices that you're using, the different herbs and stuff. And then of course you'll put in like some seafood, like we're using seafood today. So it got all the goodies in there. Donzel said he never heard of pepper soup before. Yeah, Donzel, it's a West African soup. It's a West African thing, where, of course, like the whole pepper soup of it is for you to have like a lot of pepper in there. But like I said, the kid's gonna be eating some of it, so I'm not gonna put as much pepper. But you saw the pepper I put in there. I put some habaneros, and I also spiced this with the Cameroonian pepper, which is also spicy, but it has a lot of fragrance. So 1 second, y'all. Let me go get the other blender so we could blend the spices that we're gonna add on top of this. So y'all remember when I made like peanut butter soup not too long ago? This is like similar. This is exactly what I'm doing right here is how you would make peanut butter soup. And then at the end, you could just add the peanut butter. So if you wanted to like make peanut butter soup, this is exactly what you would make. And then you just add peanut butter, at the end. I might add a little bit of peanut butter. CH said, I bet that will be tasty. Yes, it's very tasty, and it smells really good. Like the herbs in here smell so wonderful. I can't wait for y'all to see the end of it, like the end product. I'm about to get the I'm about to get my machine to blend my spices that we will be using on here. But y'all should totally make this, especially if some of you guys that's like in those super cold areas. I promise you, it's gonna warm you up inside. It is so it's like such a home, like good feeling you know. It's such a like a warm and inviting feeling, and it's healthy. All right, so we're gonna close that up, and then we're gonna come and blend our spices that's gonna go inside of this. So y'all see everything here that I used to spice. I'm actually about to put it back in the cabinet because we're not gonna use it anymore. We already use it to spice the food with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back, and then we'll get started on blending the spices. But that's y'all. Put these away. Man, there's no space in here. I'm gonna keep that out. All right, y'all. Let's come blend our spices. Gonna blend our spices. So how have you guys been? It has been a minute. I haven't been on here with y'all. You know, let me blend the spices and then I can pour my wine so we can have a chat while we waiting for this soup to cook, because it has been a minute and I haven't talked to y'all in a minute. And it's about to be the new year. Are you guys ready for the new year? All we can do is pray, right? All we can do is pray that the new year is good to us. All right, y'all. So I'm about to take the pepe out. So the pepe, oh, you guys are looking in the sink. I didn't know y'all was looking at, there you go. So I'm taking, this is the spice that I just patched in the pot. So I'm about to take the pepe out. So this is the pepe. I know a lot of people from the West Africa eat this. Let me know in the chat if you guys use this spice. And then this is the rest of the spice that I'm about to blend to put in there. This is my little spice machine. So let me see. Alrighty. This is my spice grinder, y'all. I got this from Facebook Marketplace. Brand new. I cannot remember how much it was, but I know somebody told me they want me to do a video of all the equipment that I got from Facebook Marketplace for my gardening, and I will. That video is coming very soon. Hopefully it will definitely be before the end of this year, for sure. All of my Facebook Marketplace goodies. So the pepe, right? We have to like break it open with our teeth and then take what's inside of it. So I'm about to open all of them and then I'll show you guys what's actually inside of it. And then we're gonna blend it. Let's see what y'all talking about. Keep liking the video and also tell me where you're watching from. I know I had a wave of VA people in here from the DMV, from Nova. Oh wait, Nova is North Virginia, right? Oh gosh, I have to like bite this thing. Gotta bite it open. So this is what it looks like. Let me bring it closer so y'all can see. Let me bring the pepe. Do you guys use this? So I just bit it open, and this is what is like inside. This is the actual spice that we'll be using, and then we'll be getting rid of the shell. I'll be getting rid of the shell. I should have probably done a lot of these before I started cooking, because I have to like get them out. See, this is the shell right here. Supposed to be a little bit easier to get out, but isn't God amazing? Like, look at all the different spices that we have to use, and they all bring like a unique taste to our foods that we eat from all around the world. Do you guys use this? Are you guys familiar with this? Let me know in the chat. Also, if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're usually in the garden, but today we're in the kitchen because it's cold outside. Oh my God. Having to bite this thing. I wonder if y'all can hear me cracking this stuff in my mouth. I have to crack it with my teeth. I wonder if there's an easier way to open this thing. That would be amazing. If there was like an easier way to open this. I can't wait for y'all to see the final result of our soup. Oh, come on. Are you guys done shopping for Christmas? If you do celebrate Christmas. Woo! Have you gotten all your shopping done? First of all, thank you guys so much for being on here with me tonight. I know a lot of you guys are planning for Christmas or preparing for it. I know there's a lot of people probably in the stores right now. I'm definitely one of those people that's like last minute. Doing everything last minute. I remember last year I was definitely in the stores around this time. I'm about to get a knife, y'all. I remember I was in the stores around this time, and it was just so packed. And I went to Ross. I remember going to Ross, and I don't know about y'all if y'all got Ross in your area, but my God, what is up with those lines? It's like they don't hire enough cashiers. They don't hire enough cashiers, and them lines be so freaking long. I would hate to be in like a Ross right now because I know it is so packed. Because, you know, for those the people that have to, you know, do it last minute, have to go shopping last minute. I went to the grocery store today to buy these crabs and the fish and stuff, and it was so packed. I was like, oh my gosh, it was so packed, y'all. It was so packed. I mean, granted, it is Saturday. I guess the grocery store is normally packed on Saturdays. But sheesh, that joint was packed, y'all. All right, I think this is gonna be the last one. I'm gonna open these later. I think I'm gonna only open 2 more, and I'm gonna use the other one later. Because this is taking way too long to open. Way too long. If y'all have an easier way to open this, let me know. For now, this is how I know how to open it. Ooh, look at this one. I think this one burnt. Ooh, but it still smells so good. It smells so good. It smells amazing. And honestly, a lot of like the spices that I'm using is not only for the taste, it's also the aroma. It's just like it gives your food like that extra flavor that makes it different. Because, you know, if you cook with the same spice all the time, your food's gonna always taste the same, even though you may be using like a different veggie in your food. But if you're cooking with the same spice all the time, I just feel like you're eating the same thing in different ways. So that's one of the things I love. You'll see, like when I cook with like a lot of spices, and a lot of the spices I cook with do not have salt in it. They don't have like salt content. They're literally just herbs. Yay, we're almost done, y'all. Last one. Ooh, and I think this one opened perfectly. Almost perfect. Because if it was perfect, it would have came out. But it was so easier to come out. I'm so glad I went and got this knife. Where you guys watching from if you're watching? I know they're like, girl, you're being too loud. All right, y'all. Let's come and blend this thing. Let's come and blend this thing. The soup is smelling amazing already. It is already smelling amazing. Okay. Now we can go ahead and cover it. My little spice blender. All right, let's come and blend it. Ooh, yes. Ooh, oh my God, it smells so good. So this is what it looks like. It's very fine. As you can see, very, very fine. Y'all go ahead and get yourself a spice blender and buy your spices whole, because when the spices are whole, I feel like it keeps the flavor versus when it's blended for you.
Why are you wearing that Christmas hat?
Because I'm celebrating Christmas with my subscribers.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
Okay, the fufu is almost ready, okay? I'm cooking some crabs. Don't you want some crabs?
But can I have some more cookies?
Go and eat the stuff that's on your table. I have food. I got food for you on the table. But all right, y'all. Let's see what's going on in this pot. Let's see what's going on over here, and then we can actually taste the soup and make sure it is giving what we want it to give. All right. And I gotta be so careful and gentle with how I stir this soup, because I don't want the fish to break up. So if you're cooking like the seafood pepper soup, be very careful, because you don't want your fish to break up. So be very careful with how you move it. So it's like you literally just have to like be moving it side by side and be like very gentle so that the fish don't break up. And because it doesn't need like a long time to boil, the boiling period is really just so that the water can boil in to like a certain temp, so that all of the bacteria that's in the water can be, gone. Because when you're cooking seafood, it don't take that long to cook. So, especially if you already put all of your ingredients and all of your spices and stuff. But that's what the soup looks like right now. I'm about to add some more water to it. But let me go ahead and taste it just to see the salt content before I add anything else. Woo. Lord, it is spicy, y'all. It's so spicy. But it's so delicious. Ooh. Okay. It's delicious. I still need to add some, not salt, but I will be adding the nori chicken cube to it right now. But I'm gonna add some water first. Remember, this water that I'm adding is already boiled, and I'm adding a lot of water because I want a lot of soup. So I'm gonna add a lot of water. And what I love about the seafood pepper soup, because I just love like the taste of crabs. I love the taste of seafood, period. But I feel like when you cook with crabs, it's just, I don't know, especially like the Maryland blue crabs. They're one of my favorite. The blue crab, and I can't remember what this crab is called, but I think it's like the real king crabs. Like the king crabs, not the, those, the ones where like they have like the super long crab legs that you may be familiar with, that they put in like the the crab boils. But I'm talking about like those like crabs with like the super humongous claw, and it's like super thick. Usually that's what we use for this pepper soup. All right, so now that I've added that, the as you can see, the crab and fish is most likely already done. You know, when you start seeing that pink on your crab, even though, is that pink or orange? But I'm gonna go ahead and add my spice. And then one of the things that I didn't show you guys that I'm gonna add in here is the bay leaf at the end. So I'm gonna add some chicken noir to this. And then you guys are gonna cook the fufu with me while the soup cook. We're gonna cook the fufu together so I can show you guys. People are always asking me like, what is fufu? It looks like, they always say it looks like mashed potatoes. But this is the Nor chicken cube that I'm gonna add to it. And this is really just for taste. You know, like the salt content of it. Ugh, I try to like mash it up, but it's not mashing up. Usually, like, if it's not mashing up, I don't hurt my fingers. I would just throw the whole cube in there because, I mean, it's gonna melt. I'm gonna add more of these. And then we're gonna get the fufu started. I think I'm gonna add like 4 of these in there. Like 4 packs of it in there. And 1 Maggi. And then we're gonna add the tomato. I'm gonna throw it in there. I'm not putting my hands over this hot, super boiling hot. I'm so glad I'm on here with you guys though. How have you guys been? Thank you guys for liking the stream. I appreciate you. How have you guys been? You guys are not chatting tonight. What's going on? You're just relaxing? Relaxing and enjoying the video. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. We normally go live on Sunday cooking something, which I do plan on going live tomorrow. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to make like this Liberian candy. It's like a coconut candy. I'm going to make that with y'all tomorrow. That's exactly what I'm going to make with you guys tomorrow. And then just to show you guys like some snacks that you guys can make for the holidays, for like Christmas, for your kids. And your kids could join in the making of it. They're going to have a good time. All right. So the trick with this, right, for me, I want a lot of soup. So that's why I added a lot of water. If you don't want a lot of soup, you could let this dry down. And then also you see like it started like spilling over. Don't be like me and have a small pot with a bunch of meat in it. Because it will start to boil over. But what I like about this soup is it doesn't pop like some other soups. Like the palm butter that we were cooking the other time, you know, it was like popping everywhere and it dirty up your stove. This one doesn't really pop, but it will boil over if the water is too high up. Alrighty. We're gonna let it dry a little bit. Donzel saying, yep, relaxing. I know that's right. Donzel said he is relaxing. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing after I'm done cooking this, for sure. Is relaxing. All right, let's taste it. Okay, good. So while this is boiling, I haven't added the shrimp there yet. But since it's boiling, we're going to get started with the, what's the thing called? The fufu. Ooh, that tastes so good. Oh my God. And I haven't even added that spice yet. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the pepper soup spice, which I still think, let me smell it. Yep. It definitely has some of the spices that we just blended in my spice blender. It definitely, I smell it. Woo! So I'm gonna just take like a spoon of this and add it to it. I might take more than a spoon though. But another one. Okay, not too much, not too much. And then let's see what it tastes like. And then we can decide. So what I wanted to tell you guys about like the water content, it all depends on, on the amount of spices you put in there. Cause me, I have like a ton of water in here. So I'm adding like a bunch of spices, for the flavor. For you, if you're cooking it for yourself or you're just cooking like a small pot, you're not going to need to add as many spices. But of course, it's based on your own discretion, based on your taste buds and how you want it to taste. So just be careful with the salt as you are adding it. Like you see, I don't cook with salt because there's salt in a lot of the spices that I cook with. Ooh. I think I'm gonna add one more of that little spice. So if you guys are familiar with suya, are you guys familiar with suya? If you're familiar with suya, suya is pretty much like a beef kebab. I mean, in Liberia, ours is beef kebab, and then in Nigeria and other countries, their suya, they don't make it like a kebab. Ours, we put it on like a kebab stick. But yeah, like the Nigerian suya, like, the spice that they use for the suya, like the seasoning spice that they use for the suya, that's what I pretty much just blended. That's what I pretty much blended in here without any salt. And so that's the flavor that's going into this pepper soup. So I want y'all to imagine how wonderful it smells and how delicious it tastes. Oh, it tastes so good. Thanks, Don. It's so good. I wish I could get y'all to I'm gonna put a little bit more of the spice because I really like the flavor of the spice in here. Remember, the spice don't have any salt, so it's really like for the aroma and the flavor. And I think these spices, you can find them at an international market. I'm just so sorry that I don't know the English name for it. But, I know the name for one of them where I told you it was the pebe. But if y'all go to like an international market in the spice section, especially like an African market, and you ask them to show you the whole spices, like where they have it in like the little bags, you will see all the ones that I just used. And you'll be able to see them. And they sell them whole, so if you have like a little spice blender or just a regular blender, I guess, if it get blended like really fine, you should be good. But all right, y'all, while this is boiling, I'm gonna add this like last, because shrimp doesn't need that long to boil. But you know what, before we get started with the fufu, let me go ahead and add some. This is my homemade tomato sauce, puree, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna add some of that to that. So these are just made with like roasted tomatoes, ginger, garlic, onions, and some Italian spice. And then I put it in the freezer. But y'all, the smell of this, I'm telling y'all, whatever. This is something that, I know I'm repeating myself, that we cook a lot back home in my culture to eat, regularly. But also, like, if you're sick, this is something they will definitely make for you. Like, if you're sick, you're getting some of this. They're going to cook this for you. And then for us, that's in the diaspora, that we really use it for also when it's like cold outside, like how it is freezing outside. I don't know the temperature where you're at, but it is freezing. So, all right, I'm about to get the fufu so we can make the fufu. And then, because this is pretty much ready, but I just wanted to boil a little bit more. I'm going to add 2 more of the chicken cube. And then we're going to add the shrimp and then make the fufu. So I'm about to get the fufu right now. So let me show you the fufu that we'll be using today. Some of you guys are about to see me make fufu because a lot of you guys ask what fufu is. We're going to be using this fufu, the cocoa yam. So this is made, as you can see, you see the picture on here. That's that pepper soup they got on here. So we're gonna be using the cocoa yam fufu today. I love the taste of cocoa yam. If you're wondering what cocoa yam is, this is what it looks like. It's like, you know, it's kind of pink on the inside. So that's what we're about to use today. That's what we're gonna pair it with. So yeah, pretty much that's what you see right here on this picture. That's what we're making, like the fufu and the pepper soup, and now we're about to make the fufu. Fufu is not mashed potatoes, although it might look like it. But it's made, there are different types of fufu. Like there are plantain fufu that's made with plantains. And then like this one you see cocoa yam. And then there are fufu that's like just yam. It's made with yam. And then I know like the Nigerians, they eat the pounded yam, which is like a type of fufu. I'm adding more tomato to this because I like what it tastes like in there. I like how it tastes. So imagine making your own healing soup, y'all. You don't feel good. You got the flu, you got some sinuses issue. Y'all, now me about to add one more of this spice because I'm just loving what it smells and tastes like. But y'all, can y'all believe how easy this was to make? Like, do y'all see how simple it was? This is like the most easiest recipe. Now, one of the things that I typically add that I forgot to add today is bell pepper. So I normally would add like a red bell pepper in here. It's not too late to do it, but I just don't feel like it. So I'm not gonna do it. But bell pepper, like a red bell pepper, I will always add it in here along with the tomato. But it's all good. Because I feel like the bell pepper balances out the tomato because, you know, tomatoes are acidic. And if you want like a balance of it, you add like a red bell pepper because red bell peppers are sweet. So, and the reason why y'all keep seeing me add this is because I want to turn this off like very soon, and because I want the water to not dry too much. So that's why I'm adding more of the cube in here, so for that flavor, to give it like that salt content that I want. But while that's cooking, y'all watch it for me. I'm about to get the water for the fufu so y'all can see us making the fufu. We about to make the fufu. All right. Let me put some of these things away and clear this area because we need the space. Y'all, I love peanut butter soup so much. Like, I'm so tempted to add peanut butter to this because I'm just a big fan of peanut butter soup. And that's the only thing that's missing. But the house is calling for pepper soup, so we shall get pepper soup. I will not add any peanut butter today. Only for today. But all right, y'all. Let's kind of make our fufu. So I don't do any measurement. So by the way, I added a little bit of water in here already. And then so I'm going to go ahead and add some of the fufu in there. I don't measure it, so I'm so sorry. You can start off with, like, if you're cooking it for yourself just to practice, if you want to make this and try it out, start with like 1 to 2 cups of the fufu. And then you're gonna add water. This is how I make it. Everybody don't make it like me. I know some people, they make it different, but what I do is I add water into it, and then I like keep stirring it until it gets smooth. and doesn't have any of like any lumps or anything like that in it before I start cooking it. Some people don't do that. Some people they boil the water and then they add the fufu and then stir it as it go. I'm not that skilled. I know that when they make like the pounded yam and stuff, you know, they boil the water and then they add the flour while the water, I guess, is hot on the fire, and they start adding the flour and start, you know, blending it together. But with this one, we are going to do it this way. And I like doing it this way because it ensures that the fufu is going to be nice and smooth with no bumps or lumps. So, have you guys tried fufu before? Or let's say, let me ask this. Where are all my Africans at? If you're African, if you're watching, put your flag down in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. And I know not all Africans eat fufu. I know mainly people in the West are the ones that eat fufu. But if you're African, put your flag down in the chat. And if you eat this, let me know. But yes, y'all, you see how I'm staring it? Let me get closer so y'all could see what's going on in this pot. So I'm gonna stir it until, usually I use my hands to like mash it up to make the process go faster, and you can, you know, wash your hands and put your hands in there and mash it all up so that all the lumps are gone away. And as you can see here, I like, even though like it's I added water, but I didn't make it like too watery. You want to make sure it's not like too watery, because what's that gonna make happen is that your fufu will be too soft, because you might have to add water as you're cooking it anyway. So initially you don't want it to be too watery. You want it to be like a little thick as you are making it. Yo, I'm about to use my hands just to make sure that it's smooth and that all the knots are gone out of it. But I wouldn't call this the most perfect fufu tutorial, but y'all see what I mean by knots? Like, you'll see that there are knots in there, and in those knots, that means like there's still like flour in between it, and you want it to be as smooth as possible. So that's what I'm here doing. And thank you guys for being on here with me tonight. I know it's a busy weekend for a lot of people. Thanks for spending your night or evening with me. If you're alone this holiday, thanks for being here with me, and I pray that, you know, the blessings of God may surround you in your home and not make you feel lonely. Because I know there are some people that do not have family where they live, and there are some people that don't have family at all. I don't have some, you know, loved ones to spend the holidays with. And I know like there could be like seasonal depression and stuff like that. I pray that none of that becomes of you, and I pray that you have everything you need. All right, y'all. I think I've done it enough. I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? If you're not familiar with fufu, this probably looks super gross to you, but I'm doing everything I can just to make sure that it is nice and smooth. And look, y'all see how easy it was to make that soup, right? Go ahead and make that soup for yourself this holiday, treat yourself. Go get you some crabs. Make sure it is Maryland blue crabs. I've never cooked it with the crab legs before, but I'm not a big fan of the crab legs because I don't really like how it tastes. I feel like it really doesn't have like flavor like the Maryland blue crabs or those other king crabs that's like super fat. Uh, they're big, but they don't have like long legs. I don't know. I think they're called king crabs. But yeah, either use the Maryland blue crabs or let me just say blue crabs because I keep saying Maryland blue crabs like they're the only ones that have it. But this is where we're in Maryland and we're known for our blue crabs because that's where they at. But yeah, either use the blue crabs or those king crabs. They sell them in Costco. If you guys have a Costco membership, the king crabs that I'm talking about, not the crab legs, not those crab legs, but like the king crabs. And get you some crabs, get you some shrimp, get you some fish. Look, you could add any seafood in here. You want to get some octopus, whatever you like. Put that baby in here. All right. Let me wash my hands and then we can take it to the stove and get started cooking this fufu. And I might eat it with y'all. I might just eat it with y'all. I might eat a little bit with y'all because I have to, you know, feed my babies. Let's look at our soup. Now we're about to add the shrimp because it's definitely at the point where like the water content is where I want it to be. Like the soup. I don't want it more than this. So let's go ahead and add the shrimp to it. Let me taste it, make sure. All right, y'all. Let me get the light so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. Add some the shrimp in there. Y'all know it takes like 5 minutes for shrimp to cook. Especially in boiling water like this. Boiling soup. I don't know why I keep saying water. I mean, essentially it is. This is like the most non-fattening soup that is so delicious. You would think it's fattening. But I guess it can be if, you're eating all that fufu. Because, fufu is like starch. Don't forget, when you're cooking this, you want to be really gentle with how you're stirring it because of the fish. You don't want it to break up in the soup. Especially if you're going to feed this to your kids so that, they don't choke on bones and stuff like that. So you have to be extremely gentle with how you're doing this. Alrighty. Taste it one more time. Alright, I think I'm gonna add 2 more chicken Knorr. So the chicken powder, the Knorr, it's not very salty. That's why you keep seeing me add so much of it. It's not like a very salty cube. It's made with like, chicken, like chicken powder. It has more chicken powder than anything. So it's not a very salty cube. So that's why you see me adding so much of it. And then it's such a big pot. So delicious. No, I'm not adding, Don, I'm not adding rice today. I'm cooking fufu that we're about to cook now. That's what we're going to be eating this with today. But you could totally put it on some rice in the pepper soup. I don't know if you're asking if I'm going to add rice inside the soup. No, I'm not, because that's like jumbo. Is that how you say gumbo? Not jumbo, child. That's how you know I don't even eat it, right? But no, it's like gumbo is like, I know they add rice to it, but we're not doing that. That's not how we make pepper soup. But you could, with pepper soup, you could add rice. Like you could add the soup on top of rice. So like for example, I will cook the rice separate, and then when it's time to eat, I will put the soup on top of the rice like that. But you don't add it inside the soup while it cooks. But today we are going to be you'll probably wonder why I'm doing. I just added some I just added one more cube in there, chicken cube, and that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm adding. That's the only cube I'm adding. But look at the shrimp, y'all. It's pretty much ready. But I'll let it boil for 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it off. So we're about to make the fufu, so we could get to eating. But y'all saw how easy that was, right? Y'all could make it, right? Let me know in the chat if you're gonna make this. And because it's not very time consuming, let me show y'all something before I start cooking. I don't know if y'all saw my shorts, but this is another thing that you make in my culture, like if you're not feeling too well. So what I have in there is what's the thing called? Pineapple. Y'all could see the pineapple on top. So that's like the pineapple peeling. I had some grapefruit in there as well as the peeling. I have some cinnamon sticks, and then I have hibiscus flower. And what else did I add in here? Like you could add like a lot of things like that have vitamin C content, and then you boil it in here, and then you could add some honey to it and drink it as tea. So like, usually, during this type of weather, or, if you're not feeling too good, you make that. But I made it on my, I think I showed it to you guys on YouTube Shorts. All right, let's make this fufu. Let's make it quick, because the people are hungry. The people are hungry. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. So the whole thing with the fufu is that you're gonna keep stirring until pretty much it changes to like a dough kind of, and then also it's gonna change color. So you see, like it's gonna get, like when it cooks, it's gonna get pinker, like the more pinker color. That's when you know that it's done. So I think I'm gonna turn off this stove very soon. Let it boil for 2 more minutes. So, and as you stir, so I have the stove on medium right now. You could get another spoon. I have the stove on medium. This is probably my first time cooking fufu on live. And I'm using cocoa yam. I love cocoa yam. It's so delicious to me. I think I like cocoa yam better than the regular Ghana white yam. Also, if you want to be super, super healthy now, you could use, instead of using like a yam fufu, you could use oatmeal. So there's like oat powder. You could blend the oats, the oatmeal. You could put it in a blender, or you could just go buy the powder from the store. But you blend it like where it's like very, very fine, looking like a flour, look. And then you could use that. You could cook it, similar this way, and it's still gonna make like that paste, like fufu. Now that's next level healthy. You know what I'm saying? But this is like probably one of the healthiest things that we cook. So you're just gonna have to start, as it start getting thicker, you'll see it's getting thicker. You're gonna have to start pounding it with the fufu stick. Y'all see my fufu stick? Start pounding it. Ooh. Y'all, this is a workout, okay? I wish I was able to use like both of my hands, but I'm not able to. I can only use my right hand. If I was like two-handed, where I could use both hands, y'all, I'll be getting like a good little workout in. But I know my right hand got a lot of muscles from all the fufu pounding that I've done in my lifetime. Oh my gosh. Ooh, it's hot in here. 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm going to turn the stove off on the soup. It's ready. It is ready. That's what it looks like. Everything is done. The shrimp is ready. All done. If you guys if you use like a different meat, it might take a little longer because, you know, it take longer to cook, you know, meats and stuff. But that's why I like cooking with seafood, because straight to the point and it gets done quick. Also, I don't eat red meat. All right, let me not say I don't eat red meat. I don't eat red meat sometimes. Whenever I refer to red meat, I'm usually talking about like beef. We don't eat beef, but I love me some lamb, honey. I would tear up some lamb. But even with that, that's like once in a while. So in this house, we cook mainly with either turkey or seafood. Y'all see what I mean? That as it gets, as it's like getting done, it's gonna get like pinker. It's not done yet. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. And then move it from the sides. Some people like their fufu softer than this, but I like my fufu a little hard. Just a little bit. I'll just add a little bit of water and then let it cook for a little bit, and then I'll go back to stirring it. And you just want to, like, you know, keep pounding it and let it pound together.
Mommy,
Yes?
my iPad is dead.
Really?
Yeah,
Where's Aiden?
I don't know.
Go check upstairs so he can charge it for you. Put it on the, put it on the, put it on the,
I want to check upstairs.
put it on the couch and go upstairs. Daddy's upstairs. Go ask him so he can help you.
Okay, put my iPad on the couch.
Yeah, and maybe Aiden is upstairs. He could come and find a charger for you. Okay.
Okay,
All right. Let's go back to stirring this. To pounding it, which is pretty much what we're doing. We're pounding it. I'm glad I stayed on here with y'all to cook this fufu, because normally I just cook the soup with y'all and then go make the fufu after the live. Alrighty. Y'all see how pink it is, right? Like, this part is done. The whole thing is not done because, you know, you have to stir it out. But when you see it pink like that, that means it's getting there. Aiden, is Daddy upstairs?
Oh, I don't know where he is.
What were you doing upstairs?
Daddy said I was too loud.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, get your iPad.
But Ooh, child, y'all, I am sweating. Okay, I am sweating. The things we do to eat good. The things we do to eat good. All right. Woo. Y'all, it's pretty much ready, but I'm gonna keep going. Let me taste it. So you could taste it to see if it's like powdery a little bit, but this is done. And that's how you cook some cocoa yam fufu, y'all. Ooh. And since we did all of this, we're gonna plate it together. We're gonna plate the fufu and we're gonna plate the pepper soup with it. And I eat a little bit with y'all. Then I go feed my babies. So y'all see how pink this is, y'all? It's ready. Ooh. I'm gonna turn the stove off. Turn the stove off. Get this off the spoon. By the way, this fufu stick, I got it from, I think, like the Asian market. But you could get this at like any international market or Asian market. They sell stuff like this because they know that Africans use this a lot. But this is what it looks like. All right, it's all done. Let's go ahead and come plate it, and then we'll be done. The soup is done. I already turned it off. Let's see what Donzel's saying. It looks like what Japanese people make and stir for New Year's. Oh wow, really? All right, y'all. We about to plate it. Let me get the bowls ready. I'm getting the bowl ready, y'all, so we can plate this and get to eating. Y'all, I am sweating like crazy. All right. I'm gonna get a bowl because I need my soup to not spill out. That would be really interesting if Japanese people eat this. I won't be shocked. Our food. There's a lot of Asian people in Africa, so. All right, so we're about to scoop out the fufu. I'm gonna rinse the stick so it doesn't stick to it. Dang, that was a tongue twister. So this is the bowl we're gonna use. I'm gonna scoop out just a little bit. You see how sticky it is. But this is what it looks like, y'all. It's a fufu. You see how pink it is. To let y'all know that it's done. Let's scoop out a little bit more because I'm gonna feed it to my daughter. Alrighty. Let's go make it pretty for y'all. So everything I'm doing, y'all, with y'all right now is me being extra. Because normally I'll just put the soup on it like this. But let me show y'all how we make it if we have like guests coming over in Liberia. Because I know other cultures do it differently. So what we'll do is we'll like rinse our hands. And then try to like mold it into like a circle. And we can add a little bit of water like on each side so that it doesn't stick on the bottom. And then you just grab the edges, pull it in to the middle and smush it down. And then that gives it like a nice, pretty, whew, you can always wet your hands so you know it doesn't stick to your hands. So now that's what it looks like. And then put some water on the bottom so it doesn't stick. You shake it, then you flip it over. Look at that. Look at that. How pretty is that? Isn't that pretty, y'all? But yeah, that's how we would do it, like, you know, to prepare it for eating. But like, if you're hungry, ain't nobody got time for all that, okay? Because my grandma always say it's gonna go to the same place. So it really doesn't matter how pretty it look. I was talking about the fufu, but I don't know if Japanese people make it. Oh, okay. I get you, Donzel. All right, let's come and add our soup to it. And then we could get some. I'll make sure y'all can see. Alrighty, y'all. Gonna add some. Y'all know we gotta add the crabs, honey. You know that's my favorite. Might get 2 of them. You know, I gotta get 2 of them crabs. And also, my daughter loves crabs, y'all. It's so funny. My daughter loves crabs, and my son do not like crabs at all. He think they're gonna bite him, even though it's cooked. And then we're gonna get some. Let me get a fish. Oh no! Some of the fish already started to break up. Y'all see what I'm talking about? You see the fish? And get some shrimp. My daughter loves her some shrimp. And some soup. And then add an okra. Alrighty. 1 second. Let me close the pot so I can give you guys a closer look. Let me get this phone off of here. You guys can see what we're eating today. So this is what it looks like. Got the crabs, got the shrimp, got the fish, got the cocoa yam fufu, and that's about it. Got the okra to the side over there. This would be like probably one of the simplest ways to make some fufu. So let's come and eat some and see what is given. Okay. But yes, y'all, this is it right here. I cannot wait to go in, set up my camera so we can eat it together. So we can eat it together. See what it tastes like. All right. Hey y'all, hey y'all. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go get me a glass of wine. How about that? How about that? Let me go grab my glass of wine. Okay. Let me go grab my glass of wine and we're gonna eat this delicious fufu. So tonight we have some ménage à trois. That is what we will be using. Alrighty. So this is Ménage à Trois Decadence. It's actually my favorite of the Ménage à Trois brand. Alrighty. Make sure I center it out. Cheers! Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. I'm gonna wash my hands and we're eating with our spoon tonight. SPOON. Spoon. Alrighty, y'all. It's hot. Let me get a paper towel. Alright, let's see what this bad boy tastes like. Alright, so I want to make sure, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm going to make sure y'all can see this because this is amazing. The fufu. I'm going to dip it into the soup. I love y'all. This is my favorite fufu. This cocoyam fufu is my favorite. Ooh. With the soup. Ooh, it's hot. Love the shrimp. And y'all, I deveined my shrimp, okay? Oh my god. Y'all, the spice, you know the spice that I added, that I blended? You would taste it all throughout the shrimp. Let's go ahead and taste. We're gonna taste the crab last. I'm sorry, y'all. My people, y'all, let's eat though. That was so wrong with me. I cannot believe I started eating without inviting y'all. And like there, before we eat, we invite people to eat with us and we say, my people, y'all, let's eat. Oh, we're eating fufu and soup. Y'all, let's eat. So I'm inviting y'all into my kitchen. Let's eat. Woo. Yeah. That soup. Woo. Let's try the fish. So hot. Woo. This fish is so good. Let's try this crab. Ooh. Y'all, let's eat though. Ooh. You can taste the juice. Not me not showing y'all the crab first, child. Taste the juice up in that crab. So, the crab has meat, but it doesn't have as much meat. And I think it's because it's the end of crab season. Because typically there's way more meat in the crab, but it still tastes good. But I don't know. I'm gonna feed my baby. Mm. I got even more shrimp. This shrimp is so good. Mm. Mm. All right, y'all. I'm done teasing y'all. Let me go. All right. I'll mess around, eat the whole thing on here with y'all. But, mm, cheers to a wonderful Christmas. If you guys do not join me tomorrow I will be making some Liberian coconut candy. I always make the milk candy with y'all, but tomorrow I'm gonna make the coconut candy. And then probably like sometime next week, like before Christmas, I'll do the milk candy because it's like a favorite in my house, and I love making it with you guys. And I just love seeing your comments when I'm making a milk candy because people are so interesting. But we'll be making coconut candy tomorrow, so make sure you join me here. It is gonna be with ingredients that you probably already have in your house. So I hope you join me. Thanks for cooking this fufu and soup with me. I had a wonderful time with you guys. It's been a while since I've been on here to conversate with y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for staying this long. If you happen to, if you're a replay gang, thank you for watching till this far. Go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys want me to cook next from my culture or just period. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Cheers. And remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday if I don't see y'all tomorrow or the following. So, love y'all. Have a wonderful Christmas. Bye. Mm. Now that hits the spot with this fufu and soup. Mm. That was all that was needed. But all right, y'all. Let me see. All right, Donzel and everybody else that did not want to comment or you're watching from the bushes, I'm totally okay with that. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Let's go ahead and end this live. Yes, y'all. Look at this crab. Mm-mm-mm. Look at this fish. All right, bye, y'all. Merry Christmas, Don. Bye, guys.